Always a big home court advantage here in the Mile High City. And the Nuggets will look to use it as they get ready to take the floor. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The city of Denver is in full motion tonight as we get set to bring you the action from the Pepsi Center. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. So glad you could join us on this Saturday night. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. You take a look at Los Angeles. They've continued to play strong basketball, not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, the Nuggets, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
You know, for Los Angeles, they're not an opponent any team wants to see on their schedule. They've been producing all season long. And, guys, I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
We figured that by this point in the season, they would have separated themselves from the pack. They've done that and more.
Here we go.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Williams, shaking big out there with the professor, and it's Sharp in at the center position. And for Denver, early misses. Here's Farrell. The pass to the professor. Shoots. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. The professor's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for Los Angeles. Well, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs, you still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach. One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Passes it to Early. Shot clock at 5. And he knocks down the jumper.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the knack.
Lewis outside. Sharp, the pass to Lewis. Here's the professor. From deep three-point range, he doesn't hit that one. Sita, Lewis covering. Picked his pocket. Here's the professor, guarded by Green. Lewis down low. Here's Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Here's Early. 17 points for him last game against the Rockets in Houston.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Lewis on the win. From downtown, now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
A 3-ball. Early misses.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Sita, Lewis covering. Pass to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. To the inside. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Early. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Early's got 5 now.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
And it's in there.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
And so Green will bring it up for the Nuggets.
Timeout.
They trail by 6, and Denver decides to take their first time out here. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
Here to see the numbers for the professor. Tops in scoring, first in assists, and he's first in the league in steals per game. Just an incredibly aggressive and tenacious defender.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Since the All-Star break, these guys have been on fire. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, these are your second-half scoring leaders. Well, you look at the professor, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
He is making his mark in a big way and with big points. You love to see guys get better the later in the season we get.
Again, Los Angeles.
I like the efficiency here. 3 out of 4 shooting, just taking what the defense gives him.
Thompson outside. Here's Maverick. The Nuggets with another miss.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Second chance effort, and he hits the jump shot.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Here's Maverick. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Howard trying to free himself up. Off target at the rim.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
The professor passes to Lewis. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Blair's checked in. The free throw drops for Lewis. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. Here's Maverick. Lewis covering. And it's blocked. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Good on the bucket.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Now here's Thompson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Denver shooting their first free throws here tonight.
At the line for your Nuggets, Thompson. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Los Angeles leads by 13. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
Magician is out there with Thompson. And there's Maverick, and it's Blair in at the 4 spot. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Here's Mr. Moves. Clock at 6. Run deep. Drills it from outside. 9 points for the professor. Defensively, Smitty, why do we see more full-court press in college than we do in the NBA?
You know, the guards are better at the NBA level, and I think also your 5-man, who usually a guy who can't bring it up, they're pretty good at the NBA levels. Just overall, Kevin, the skill level at the NBA level is better at college, so you can't really trap guys and pick on one guy who's not equipped.
Howard's checked in for the Nuggets. Los Angeles leading by 16. Man passes to the professor. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Stolen away. Here's Mr. Moves. He's covered by Thompson. Man passes to the professor. 6 to shoot. Buries it from three-point range. The professor's got 9 points in the quarter.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
And there's another turnover by the Nuggets. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see which teams have the most buckets in transition since the All-Star break.
You know, as the season wears on, the team that can stay fresh can take advantage. They continue to get out and run, and teams are struggling to keep up.
Here's the professor. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Steve, you know, there is some hostility we're finding between the media, some teams and players, boycotting of certain journalists. Coach Steve Kerr said it's a dangerous situation. What's your view?
You know, I think it is from a standpoint of from a players and organization with the media, but I think also the media, somebody's going to have to police those guys as well. We got to have it where we're both on the same team. You might not agree, but you got to be on the same team.
I agree.
I swear that it's all a I got a beautiful condo, stacking my bread for the house next. They will keep trying to sign me. They do not have the amount yet. See, I come from a place, don't usually amount. One of the couches across from the school, it's called in the food like the northern and southern. Because it's running in your mothers. Because they're young in your covers, there's no one that covers. That's pointing at you, for cover, they're losing your cover.
Los Angeles making a switch here.
Nuggets dancers.
Outside, Green. They need this. Here's Howard. It's deflected. Here's Mr. Moves. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's the Professor. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Early. He has 5. Drains it from beyond the arc. Early's got 8 points.
And dialing up the 3 ball, he finally puts it into the 14-0 run by Los Angeles.
Here's Mr. Moves. The pass to the Professor. 6 on the shot clock. Williams. Here's Sharp, and he jams it with authority.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
Here's Early after the basket by Los Angeles. And again, Denver with the triple.
And 2 more 3-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
Here's Mr. Moves. The feed to Williams. Oh, that's blocked. Pass to Green. Pulls it up. And again, it's Denver.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Man passes to the Professor. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Wow, he has been unstoppable from outside in the second quarter. The threes are just flowing.
Passes it to Sims. There's the dish to Green. They get a hand on it. Pass to the Professor. It's blocked. 1:24 left in the first half. Now here's Green. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Bangs home the trifecta.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Here's the Professor. Sharp, the pass to Man. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his first personal foul.
First trip to the line for him here.
Man. Taking 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First one falls for the Nuggets. Mavericks checked in for Early, and Magician subbed in for Green. The Bulldozer, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And he makes both free throws. Here's Magician. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Sims. It's blocked.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And there's the pass to the Professor. Trains the three-pointer.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Dishes it to Howard. Passes to Magician. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. 3 on the clock. Here's Sims. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Pass to Howard. That one's off, still out of sync.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And so it's Los Angeles, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action after this word.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And guys, for Los Angeles, Kenny, some perspective, please.
They looked like they were playing an easy game of pitch and catch out there. The playmakers and finishers were in sync on every level. The assist disparity, now that was big. Now that's the reason why it's a blowout right now, and they played well.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from the professor.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Shake and Bake. Williams is out there with Farrell. Then there's the professor. And it's Sharp in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Here's Early after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot.
Los Angeles foul. That's his first personal foul.
And study for teams that tend to go deep into the playoffs year after year, season after season. It takes, I'm assuming, a mental toll as well as a physical toll.
It does, and that mental toll is just as hard as that physical toll on your body and your mind. And I think for teams that have great leadership and development of those young guys that can play some of those minutes, they usually bowl well.
2.
And he makes the first. So he gets them both. Lewis with it. Pass to the professor. Back to Lewis. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. The story from beyond the arc. Here's who's leading in that category across the NBA. Well, you look at the professor, one of the best shooters in the NBA, top 5 in the league at this moment.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
Here it's Sita. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Now here's Lewis. He's got 9. Clock at 4. Farrell for 3. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Denver the other way. Here it's Sita. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The Professor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lewis kicks to Farrell. Back to Lewis. Tries yet again. And the rebound collected by Early.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
And Denver again with the bucket.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
And here is Los Angeles now after the Nuggets pick up 2.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
Over to the left wing. Another 3 for Denver.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Now Lewis. He's got 11. Sharp the pass to the Professor. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. It's intercepted. Feeds it to Williams. And no good. And the Nuggets going the other way to the left side wing. Kicks it to Early. Steps back and fires. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Fires the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. 32 points for the Professor.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Denver calls timeout.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
And looking now to numbers for Shake and Bake. Some good contributions, really, since the All-Star break. He's right around 13 points a night, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
It's not the monster game that we see for him occasionally, but it's still incredibly impressive.
Here's Magician. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
Here's the Professor. High quality look, and he sinks it.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Denver's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. On the wing, Thompson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Here's Young. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's Magician, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Howard at the elbow. Puts it up from 17. Poke loose.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Denver's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Thompson passes to Howard. Good defensive work there by Young. For Los Angeles, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. And the pass to Lewis. Down low. Right wing. Here's the professor. He's off on that one. And it's Denver the other way. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. To the paint. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Fires it up. But they'll get another chance. And that one is good. The Bulldozers got his second basket of the night.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
And so it's Los Angeles, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for Denver. They've got Payton. He's out there with Maverick, and it's B-Train in at the four-man position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. 6 to shoot. Knocks it loose. Barnes dishes to Payton. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Payton's got his first 2 points of the night.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Now here is Woolridge. Here's Cooper. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's B-Train. Back to Payton. The tray sinks the three-pointer. And every so often, Steve, we'll see two teammates fighting over a rebound. You ever have a teammate upset with you for stealing his rebound?
A lot, Kevin. All the bigs I played with, those guys hated when guards came in. They would elbow you, and if you're on their same team, saying get out of here, especially for a lot of those bigs. It was a lot of rebound incentives in their contract, so they wanted to grab every rebound.
And here are the Nuggets now, after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. Denver needs to get off a shot, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Steve, for players, success brings so many opportunities, but sometimes the glitz and the glamour and the lifestyle get in the way of success on the basketball court.
You know it does, Kevin. A lot of these guys have a lot of things going off the court, and you want to encourage that. It's just when anything off the court starts to affect on the court, then it becomes a problem. Some guys can handle it from the beginning. Others need to mature before they can find that balance.
Here's Payton after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Maverick. From the wing, Terry grabs the board.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Effort's been there, check mark. The physicality, check mark. They set the tone for this game early on.
From past the arc, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Here's Payton. Maverick passes to Payton. Here's B-Train. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. B-Train's got his first bucket in this one. LA has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Through Grinitz, covered by Barnes. D passes to Woolridge. 4 on the shot clock. It's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Payton outside. Steve, how do you feel about the top college players getting some sort of compensation for their work?
You know, I don't know about top college players, Kevin. I think if you're going to do it, it has to be all college players because it's a team. And I think if you look at it, some of the ways I would love to see it, if those guys can get health insurance benefits, if they can get a longer time to finish their education. I love that type of compensation.
From the high post. The shot, no good. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Stolen by Terry. Here's D. Denver grabs the miss.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Los Angeles.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the professor.
You love to see this kind of leadership, directing traffic, keeping everyone happy. He was the straw that stirred the drink.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Just 4 to shoot. Payton, good. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 12-4 run. Woolridge, the pass to D. Can't hit from 12. And here's Blair. He dishes it to Payton. Here's B-Train. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
Well, you like how aggressive he is, making a play at the rim against Flint.
And let's forget the height disadvantage. He brings the effort, and he brings the energy.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.